Hi and welcome to another episode of Onside SA, the soccer show that lets you know what's going on, all the bets for the weekend, the latest transfer moves, what's happening internationally, and a lot of things happening. We're just getting the final details on the transfer markets coming through. Our pundit in the UK, Stevie B, he's travelling. We speak to him next week. He'll update us. He did tell us that Cardiff and Fulham meet this week. It'll be a hell of a game. But we're speaking to Steve next week. Budge,
Yep.
The talking point of the show at the moment is still last one standing. We've had 3 weeks, and then there's 14 left.
14 left, yeah. Lucky to be 14. If Man City hadn't scored the winner, there'd been 4.
Wow. So we said 7 weeks, and
Yeah.
now, Budge, obviously, I know hop on the point. It gets harder.
Yeah.
I see some of the guys, I'm going to run through the name of the 14 who survived. 2 of them have already sent their teams in.
Yeah,
Good to see. Confidence, I like seeing. Just to say that of the 14 left, we're going to run through the names because there'll be mates there. We all funking go out. But here are the 14 left, and the first one is Gutter.
Yeah, Keith Gillespie, yeah.
Yeah, Keith Gillespie. He's got through, but I see he's used the top sides. He's in trouble. Gutter. Norths, that's Craig Garvey and
Craig Swan, yeah.
Craig Swan.
Got 2 entries.
Larry Weinstein.
Larry, yeah.
He's still going. Old footballer. Larry knows his stuff. Melville R.
Now that's Gavin Radford's stepbrother, never lost it. Yeah.
Guillaume Nell from the office.
Boss, yes.
He's in. Steve Laveau.
Yeah, still
tracker
singing,
ball
yeah.
man. He's still in. Well done to Steve. Fuzzy. Now Fuzzy's the old football mate.
Mandingar, Brian van Aswegen.
Yeah, he played for years. He played football for you. I know Fuzzy well. Greg Petzer. Can he be one of the directors of Gold Circle?
I'd say he's favourite. When you have a look at the teams Greg's picked.
Yeah,
He's got a big show.
Greg's got through with Everton and Leicester. And Greg, you've gone favourite here. Gary Leach, I know Gary Leach well as well. He's still going strong. Then North's got a second one in.
Second one,
well done. So they've got to be favourite up there with Greg Petzer. Yeah. And then we got, is it Marlene Fisher?
Marlene Fisher, yeah.
Okay. Do we know her?
Yeah, that's Steve's sister. So she's been crowing how she's going to go further than Steve.
Well, she got that right, sure. Bruce Armstrong,
Bruce
the lawyer.
Alurka,
Yeah, well done to Bruce. Nice to see he was fighting the case for Goodman and they won it. Well done to Bruce. And then Ernie Wallace, Skipper Joe.
Skipper Joe, yeah.
Great man.
Been cocky since the start.
He found his voice.
Tottenham supporter, I don't know why, but he has, yeah.
And then John Arthur.
John, that's Mickey Arthur's dad. Went to see them at the Westfield Country Club with Mark Bowman. First guy in. Put his hand in, he said, I'm on Tottenham, one of your boys.
Yeah, he's one of my boys. And he got through on the first week with Spurs. Well done to him. We won away. Now, those are the 14 that are left. I really thought Dick Koss had a strong hand, but Dick fell at the last hurdle. So 14 of you left. The only 2 that have come through with teams have been Guillaume's come with Arsenal.
Yeah.
and Fuzzy's come with West Brom. But Budgie, we'll be putting them up. Every single person will get to know who's in and who's out. And just talking about the last one standing, obviously fantastic that we've got the sponsorship from Phil Giorgio. His group, Last One Standing, is sponsored by Let's Go Travel. As you can see, Let's Go Travel, undeniably in South Africa, the best travellers of sporting events.
No doubt. Yeah.
He's got groups going to the Sevens. He's got groups in Dubai. He's famous for his Dubai trip, and he does equestrian horses, does everything. So if you need to know anything about travelling, get hold of Phil Giorgio or Sandy at Let's Go Travel. Thanks very much for all their help making this competition such a success. So Last One Standing, watch this space. Right. World Cup qualifiers. Now, Budge, let's start with South Africa. Yeah. What's wrong there?
I don't know, disappointing. I was speaking with Clive Barker on Sunday, and he was saying he has to play Jolly in the midfield on Tuesday, just to get a bit of fire in it. They were never in the game, Paul.
Never. I watched a couple of chances first half, and then I focused for second half, because I thought 0-0 at half-time, we'll go ahead and win this at home. And my staff in the chariot, they all went down the game.
Yeah.
Neil done us a favour. Neil Tovey got a whole lot of tickets through Swerve.
Yeah.
And my gang went down to watch, and they came back so disappointed.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the problem is.
Clive did say that he played a lot of his players, the super sport guys he had trust in, but obviously it didn't
work.
map out. And I was disappointed in Dolly, playing in France, Superior League. He just didn't take the responsibility like he normally does.
He looked good in touches.
Yeah, but you need him in the last third to do something. And it was only when we went 2-0 down.
He
put on Percy Tau and a few of the guys, but disappointing.
They warmed up some guy, the crowd's booed, they changed it, they sent on Percy Tau. But have a look at the population of Cape Verde. 500,000 or something.
Yeah, but
we've got 55 million.
Yeah, but Nanny was from Cape Verde. A lot of them play in the Portuguese
They
league.
must have. Gee, but there are 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Half a woman. Cut that in half because the rest are kids.
Yeah.
And you've got a team that can beat us.
Yeah.
There's something seriously wrong. They beat us twice.
Yeah.
Home and away.
Too, yeah.
Group standings, just quickly touching up. Burkina Faso have got 6. Cape Verde's got 6. Senegal 5. And South Africa. The top 2, I thought, are the bottom 2 at the moment.
Bottom 2, yeah.
I think we're gone.
No, we're gone.
Gone. So we won't be going to Russia. That's a tragedy. It just means someone else will get fired.
Yeah.
Okay, European World Cup qualifiers. Now, these were good games. Belgium were qualified.
Yeah, only team. They beat Greece on Sunday. Greece was second, so they murdered them. Or didn't murder.
Well, like Greece came back to 1-1 at one stage,
2-1. Yeah.
Benteke, I think, Benteke grabbed the winner. Germany just need a point. England need a point. Spain need another win. And Serbia need another win. They're all going to go through. So the big sides will be in Russia for those of you who want to go. Just quickly touch on this. This will change, but at the moment, Germany and France are favourite.
Yeah, I don't know how, but anyway.
Yeah, me too. Brazil 7-1.
If I watched Brazil the
I've
last
got to
few
back
games,
Brazil.
guaranteed. And Spain too.
Spain 8-1. England 20s. They never win anything. A little bit dour, I thought, the other day.
Not good enough, Paul.
Okay, these are interesting now. But Premiership deadline signings. Last minutes, they got them done. Oxlade, Chamberlain, 35 million to Liverpool to play in the position he wants to play.
Yeah. I think, afterwards it came at Emre Can hasn't signed his new contract. There's a buyout clause. So maybe that was one of the reasons they bought him. A good squad signing, Paul. 35 million.
He's a good player, but a lot of people say
he's still going to do it for me. But, Klopp can obviously get a lot more out of him.
I would have thought Klopp would worry more about a goalkeeper, but he seems to be Mignolet and the other
halves, yeah.
Centre-half, but he's got 3 or 4. He's got the youngster. He's playing Matic. He's playing the other boy. Who's that thug? Who keeps getting sent off.
They've got Clay, but no, they're just not good enough at the back.
Yeah,
but
so
attack-wise,
they're great going forward. Danny Drinkwater, he's been a good journeyman.
I can't have him. 35 million.
Yeah, but he's been a good journeyman.
Yeah.
And
is that what Chelsea need, though?
Well, remember, he scored that great goal at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah, so you're right. Do Chelsea, will he get that many chances?
They sold Matic for 50 and bought him for 35. Where's the logic?
Yeah, absolutely. And then David Zabacosta to Chelsea. I don't know.
Yeah, he came from Turin, and went into his international career. He didn't play against Spain on Saturday when they got beat 3-0, just as well. He came on the bench on was Tuesday. They beat Israel, so he's in and out the team. He's not a regular. Obviously, he was playing in Torino, but it's a stopgap, I think. Yeah.
Okay, Serge Aurier, Tottenham, 23 million from him. Yeah. They say he can play.
Yeah, they say he can play, but he's a bit of a moon man.
I like, is it Davidson, the boy that
I watched him against
Colombia.
Brazil the other night.
How good was he, Bud? Now, there's a good player.
Yeah.
They bought Davidson, they bought him.
Yeah.
And now Llorente.
Yeah, good signing.
Good signing, okay. And then Llorente, 12 million because of his age.
Yeah, but still, Paul.
Good up there, back up
Clever
to Kane.
player.
You know what I found? When we were playing against Burnley late in the game, you could see the game turning. Burnley put the 2 boys up front, the long ball. We were clearing from Lloris, and Kane wasn't getting a touch to them. Got his head, but Kane can play.
Yeah.
But not his game to go thumping up there against big boys.
Yeah.
This boy Llorente is.
I like him.
Yeah,
Clever
okay,
player.
well, that's good. Premier League spending. I love this, Budge. So the reasons why you're at the top is how much you can spend, they say. Man City, 215 million pounds.
Yeah, 150 of that, I think, was on fullbacks. So 130 on fullbacks. But 45 on a keeper.
Only 11 can play. That's the bottom line.
Sure.
Chelsea, 192 million. Now, these guys all stay at the top because they realise we haven't got the money, we can't get there. But you still got to have the side. We've seen it with the Leicesters, with Spurs, people getting in there without spending that type of money. Moan United, 146 million, Moan United.
Yeah.
Everton, now this will put them into 135 million.
Yeah, his claim is he sold Lukaku for 80 million. That's his claim, to balance the books. But
so
still,
he spent 50 on top. Well, we spent 88 million Tottenham, but we sold the right back.
Yeah, I hit for 50.
50, and then we sold Wimmer. So
Wimmer,
we nearly balanced the books. Levy's good luck at. Liverpool, 80 million.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, 46 million.
Lacazette, that's all.
And who was the lowest? Swansea,
23, and 12 was done on Boney last day.
Okay.
Burnley spent 40-odd million, so you can see how it's slowly giving the smaller clubs a chance, Paul. 40 million for Burnley.
Yeah, that's true. What can you get for 40 million today?
Well, they got a few strikers. The guy Chris Wood, the guy that equalised against Spurs.
That Swan. Okay, Premier League winners. They're betting to win the league. Man City 13-10. That's
a bit short.
Bit short for me. Man United 2-1's a bit short.
Bit
Those
short
two are
for
too
me,
short.
yeah.
Now you get Chelsea at 5-1, got a chance.
Well, Hazard comes back. He's
Yeah.
been the best player. Not last year he was, the year before he was garbage, but he turns up. That's a big price. And I think
Yeah.
Liverpool at 10-1.
Yeah, they got a shot. They got
Yeah,
a
they've
good
got
team.
a shot.
They
If
go
they get a
forward.
result,
This
which-
weekend will show us where they
Yeah.
are. Tottenham 12-1, and then Arsenal 25s.
And it's right tickets with Arsenal.
Just write the tickets. Not good enough. Okay, right. First manager to leave. They go on 6-10, Frank de Boer.
Yeah, doesn't get a result this week at Burnley. They're saying he could be gone.
Slaven Bilic.
Well,
He hasn't
likewise,
had a
he's got-
stadium, but he hasn't had a stadium.
True.
Give him a chance, 2-1. Rafa Benitez, he will
Well, he
go.
can only walk.
Yeah,
he
can
won't
walk.
get fired.
He can only walk, yeah. Arsene Wenger 12-1. Conte 60.
you never know. Arsenal-
Conte 16-1 is simply by virtue of
He may walk out.
So there's always at the top. They're
Yeah.
always fighting with the boss, eh? Okay. Relegation prices. Brighton.
I think-
9-10.
Well, have a look at the odds. Who's going to go down? Well, who would your first three be?
But Burnley wouldn't go.
No.
14-10. Crystal Palace, who they seem to hang in.
Yeah.
Swansea, this year could be the year to go down.
trouble,
Let's say.
yeah.
Bournemouth started badly.
Yeah, normally get out of it.
Newcastle
7-2,
7-2. Watford
You know,
7-2.
I think that's a good price. If you want to have an interest, 7-2 Newcastle go down. I know there's a few guys that I know support Newcastle, but
Oh, the Geordies weren't like that.
no, sure. But
Okay, let's get on to matches, Budge. Now we get to the action because we've had this midweek interlude. I mean, this last weekend interlude. Here we go. What an early game.
yeah.
Man City on Saturday at 1:30. Liverpool
Well, I
visit.
think Liverpool will get something out of it. You know, you had to look at the league against the top 6 teams last year. They never lost.
Yeah, that's a big plus.
You know, away from home, they won 3 and drew 3. You know,
Yeah.
Man City, they just try and play too much football for me. You know, and Liverpool are one
They're a
of those
good
teams.
side.
No, good team, but Liverpool have got pace. You know,
Sheesh, yeah.
I think Liverpool can get something out of this.
Okay, I think it'll be a tough match. And Sterling's out. Eh?
Yeah, well, Walker
But they got
comes
back
back,
up.
but Sterling, I don't think would be in the starting 11 anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so. They've got a good side, but if you can put Diego's son-in-law
Well,
on
they've
the bench.
consistently spent 200 million for years, so you're entitled to have a good team.
Correct. Arsenal at home to Bournemouth. Arsenal should be good things. 4-10.
Paul, the last 19 home league games have won 15. The only team that's beat them there was Watford. I know Liverpool beat them in the opening game. Can you imagine if Watford score first? The stadium will go.
Wait, Bournemouth
score
yeah.
first. You know, the chanting will stop. But you've got to think they'll turn it home. You don't want to be embarrassed at home. It has to be Arsenal. But
Yeah,
gee,
has to be
Paul,
Arsenal.
you know,
Has
how
to
can
be.
you back them on what we've seen?
Sanchez stayed.
I watched
The
I watched
German stayed.
Sanchez is there. I watched him for Chile against Bolivia the other night. He was terrible. And so were they. They lost their last 2 games. They're in trouble of going to World Cup. I don't think they'll go Chile. He just looks disinterested, Paul. So I don't know what's going on.
Get his act because who played quite well was the German is normally disinterested.
Yeah,
for Germany.
Ozil. Everyone's been slating him, so
Yeah,
he's
so he
obviously
raised the
rolled
game.
his sleeves up.
Yeah, he's rolled his sleeves up. Okay, so it's got to be Arsenal.
Should be.
Brighton, who are 17th, West Brom.
Yeah, I like West Brom, Paul. You know, they don't
When are
give...
Brighton going to get a point?
Well, they haven't scored a goal. I know they hit the post 3 times against Watford, but they couldn't beat Watford with 10 men.
Yeah, had a man short.
It was for like 80-odd minutes. I think West Brom can get something out of this game.
So does Fuzzy.
So does Fuzzy. Yeah, I think they'll win West Brom, you know. They were unlucky against Stoke. They should have won if it hadn't been for the goalkeeper and the centre-half clashing.
Everton, Tottenham going to be rolling up and ready to go.
Well, Everton at home, Paul, they've won 10 and lost one of the last 11.
Yeah, it's a
You
great
know,
record.
Spurs on the tight
Spurs
pitch, I
are
think
good
will
away
suit
from
them.
home.
Yeah, well, they've won 6 of the last 7. Only
Yeah.
they lost to West Ham was the last one, so
Do you remember that? The 1-0.
it just never turned up.
Yeah.
But, hard game.
Hard game, I agree. Leicester City, Chelsea.
Well, Hazard's expected to come back.
I think
you
Leicester
know.
struggle, even though they're at home.
Yeah,
They've
Chelsea
kept
are a
all their
good
players
team. Well,
except
Drinkwater
Drinkwater.
left.
Yeah.
I think there's a game on there.
Yeah. Interesting, it'll be a good game. Okay, the next one we're going to be Southampton. Now, they're perennial survivors against Watford.
Paul, they've won one of the last 7. Now, in those 7 games, they've only scored in one of those games. They've
Who's
beat
that?
West Ham
Southampton?
3-2 Southampton. Watford away from home are terrible. If Southampton score, they should win. But will they score? That's the problem.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, Stoke City versus Man
That's
United.
been a bit of our bogey team the last few years, but this is the best side we've had for 5 years, United. A tough game, but I think we'll get a result there, Paul.
Okay. Burnley. Bastards.
You know, I was impressed with Burnley
us.
against Spurs. I know Spurs had
so did I.
chances, but just the fight that they had in them.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, Crystal Palace, I don't know what the story is with the new manager. He's played 3 at the back. He's changed it. I think Burnley will beat them.
They've got to get something soon.
Yeah.
You don't go losing, not getting points all the time. You can't keep on losing. Crystal Palace have got to pick up something soon. Who have they lost to? Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace got beat Huddersfield at home.
That's right. Yeah.
And they got beat by Crystal Palace at home the last week.
No, they are Crystal Palace.
Sorry. Swansea beat them 2-0.
So
their best performance was at Liverpool when they got beat 1-0, but they were just hanging on. So.
They've got Then Swansea City versus Newcastle.
Yeah, a good game, Paul, because both teams will have a look at this thing. You know, we can get 3 points out of this. I think there'll be goals in this game. I know
a team like Newcastle United, who I think could easily go down.
Yeah,
they get 3 points here now because there's so much.
Well,
confidence.
This is their chance.
Yeah, because they've played Spurs and they lost. They've had a couple of hard games. If they get 6 points, and they've got after 4 games, they've got 6 points. They've got a chance.
Once they scored against West Ham, you could see the spring in their step. I know West Ham were poor.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're struggling and you score a goal, you think, hang on, this is it. And second and third. And
goals certainly pick you up. But then Swansea, they've surprised me.
Yeah.
They have surprised me.
I like that coach.
Yeah, they got rid of good players. West Ham United, again, where are they playing?
They're playing at the Olympic Stadium.
Are they back in? They got rid of Usain Bolt in his game. They moved them out with the cramp.
Moved them out.
They
don't win. I think they'll win this game, Paul.
Huddersfield have done well.
Yeah, and
they
haven't
fight
conceded.
For their German coach.
Yeah, fight. I think this is West Ham's time. Slaven Bilic, I think this is his first win.
Lovely guy. Isn't he a gentleman?
Class act, yeah.
Class act. Okay, so those are the league. How many on Sunday, Budge?
2 on Sunday. West Ham's on Monday.
Okay. All right. Oh, West Ham's Monday, 9 o'clock.
Night, yeah.
And then 2 on Sunday. Sunday, 2:30 and 5.
Yeah.
Right, now we come to the South African football, which is the MTN 8. And semi-final, second leg. Maritzburg, they've done well.
He's done great.
Is that Clinton Larson?
No, that's Fadlu Davids. Clinton's at Golden Arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, 1-1. But the whole story behind this is Jeremy Brockie, the Kiwi assassin. He wanted to leave, and he put in a transfer request, and they dropped him from the first game, and they drew 1-1. So rumours are that they've patched up the differences and he's going to start. Now,
a good player?
Yeah, he's the main top striker in the league. Now, it's away goals rule in this competition.
They've got one.
So if the SuperSport don't score, they're out. So it's the away goals rule. And if it does end 1-1, because the first game was 1-1, it goes straight to a penalty shootout. No extra time.
No extra time, okay.
Straight to
MTN
penalties.
8, And that's on Saturday.
That's on Saturday.
8:15.
Yeah.
And it's Maritzburg's home game.
Home game, yeah.
Okay, that's
Guala,
then. And then the other game is on Sunday. Bidvest Wits against Cape Town. Good match.
Should be,
Benny's under pressure here.
Well, they 1-0 up. They won the first game. His biggest problem was the best player in South Africa last year was a guy Manyama. He's been sold to a Turkish club, so he's not playing.
So they lost the Turkey.
But Bidvest Wits, they've played them twice this year. They've lost 1-0 both games. 2 set pieces.
1-0, it goes to penalties.
No. If Cape Town City avoid defeat, they go through the final.
Yeah, but if
Wits have to win.
If Bidvest 1-0,
straight to penalties. I think there'll be goals though.
Okay, Budge, let's see if we can catch these soccer sixes now. Let's go and have a look at the first one.
Yeah, this is the international one with the South African one thrown in. Now, I always get worried about these games, Paul. A lot of Atletico Madrid players, like Godin and them, are involved in the South American qualifiers, so they only get back late.
Yes.
So I've thrown the draw, as you can see with a lot of them. I've got Atletico Madrid win and draw at Valencia, who drew with Real Madrid in their last game. I like Sevilla to beat Eibar, but likewise, they've got several South American players coming back late. I like Rio Ave to get at least a draw or victory at Maritimo. I like SuperSport with Brockie back, and they've won their last 5 home games last 5 meetings in Maritzburg. So I think they'll get something at Maritzburg.
It's 90 minutes, eh?
90 minutes, yeah. Barcelona should be too good in the local derby against Espanyol, and I think Roma win and draw against Sampdoria.
Barcelona sold just Neymar.
Yeah, it was Neymar, yeah.
And they bought?
They bought a few. I bought Dembele, and they bought your man Paulinho.
Yeah. Jeez, I don't know how. Okay, soccer six, here we go.
Likewise, I've thrown the draws in as well. I've thrown the draw looking for an upset.
Arsenal certainties, but
yeah, they should be, but you never know. I've gone West Brom win and draw at Brighton. I think Spurs will get at least a draw at Everton. Likewise, Chelsea at Leicester. I like Southampton. I've thrown the draw in just in case they don't score at Watford enough. Taken the chance, bank at Man United. If you wanted to bank at Arsenal and throw the draw in with Man United, so be it. Or bank whichever way, 192. But the draws after the international break are always popular. Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, let's see, that you've gone there. Yeah, no, I wanted to find out about, you've done it. I've gone to this one. Let's go. I've got the next league one in front of me. Let's go to the next
10,
one.
yeah.
Soccer 10.
I've gone win and draw Arsenal against Bournemouth. I've banked Middlesbrough. Bolton haven't won a game this year, struggling.
Are they this championship?
This is the championship. They've mixed
Did Bolton come up?
Bolton, yeah. They ran
came
second. They came up, yeah. I've gone West Brom win and draw at Brighton. I've gone the field with Fulham against Cardiff to keep Stevie B happy.
Yeah.
I don't see Chelsea losing at Leicester, so I went win and draw. I've gone Norwich against Harry Redknapp's Birmingham City, two struggling teams.
They bought a few players, Birmingham.
Yeah, I've got a few people.
All these managers who reach the top know they have to buy.
Yeah, well, they have to, otherwise you're going out.
Yeah.
And QPR won both home games. Ipswich Town are second top, so I've gone win and draw Ipswich. Sunderland at home, they haven't won at home. But
haven't they?
No, that's the only result they've got was away at Norwich. They won 3-1. I don't see them losing at home to Sheffield United, though. And I've banked Southampton to beat Watford. And I've gone banked Reading. The last 13 home games, they've won 10, drawn 3.
Well, Reading pushed hard to go
That's
up last year.
Sharpstown. They're unlucky last year. They got beaten in the playoff final on penalties.
Who would be the team now to win that league, Budge, if you had to be put into a corner?
Well,
it's still early,
Leeds are one of the dark horses for the league. But, Middlesbrough spent 40 million on players.
In the championship.
Championship, yeah. There's a lot
Middlesbrough. Have they started right?
Well, that's Gary Monk's team. The guy left Middlesbrough.
Aston Villa, have they found their feet yet? They're staggering.
Really.
Staggering along.
Away from home, they've been terrible.
Okay. All right, let's move on then, Budge. The big one, the hard one to catch.
Yeah, I've banked Man United to beat Stoke. Obviously because of the bankers, I've banked Arsenal to beat Bournemouth. Yeah. I've gone West Brom win and draw at Brighton. Likewise, Spurs win and draw at Everton. Chelsea win and draw at Leicester. I've banked Southampton. I've banked Middlesbrough.
Okay,
second page. I've gone win and draw Fulham against Cardiff. Win and draw Norwich against Birmingham City. Win and draw QPR against Ipswich. Side with another home team, Sunderland at Sheffield Wednesday. I've banked Wolves to beat Millwall. I like Wolves this week. Now, the last game is a Swedish one.
They always throw one in, eh?
Yeah, well, it's their competition. Now, Östersund's eliminated Galatasaray from the Europa League. They got to the Europa League group stage. They're hard to beat at home.
That's a fair team.
But Eskilstuna, that's a team that beat Malmo 3-1 at home. They've had some good results. They're bottom of the league. But I've thrown the draw and looking for a lurk. If you want to bank Östersund's, they're odds on. I think they're 3-10 and halve your perm you can do. But they stuck us out a few times at Eskilstuna.
All right, let's go on to bets, Budge. We start off with the Premiership. Trevor, now explain this to me again. They all have to win.
All have to win, It's a treble. I've gone West Brom to beat Brighton to keep my mate Fuzzy happy. I think Burnley will be too good for Crystal Palace. And I think West Ham will finally get their first victory.
Gee, Budge, no disrespect. All three of these teams could lose.
No, of course. Well,
when you look at West Ham have struggled, Burnley are playing a side they're going to fight to the death, and then West Brom away from home. Okay, let's have a bit more.
The championship quad, I've gone Middlesbrough to beat Bolton away. I've gone my home team Preston. We've got a great home record. We should be too good for Barnsley. I think Reading will be too good for Bristol City at home, and Wolves should be too good for for Millwall at home. Worked out at 2,700.
Win or draw fiver. Yeah. So that's fair enough.
Win or draw, I've gone Liverpool at Man City to keep my two brothers happy. I don't see West Brom losing to Brighton. Likewise, Reading against Bristol City. Now, Lazio at home to AC Milan. Lazio beat Juventus in the Super Cup 3-2. They signed a few players.
Yes.
Lucas Leiva from Liverpool's one of them. They've come well. I don't see them losing to AC Milan. And Real Betis. They got the manager from Las Palmas. I watched them the other night.
Because Palmas bought a big player the other day.
Yeah, they've got.
They bought.
It was a guy from Bojan. I think it's Bojan. I think it was him.
Something like that,
So I've gone Real Betis win and draw at Villarreal, who I watched the other night. They were terrible. So that worked out 8.5 to 1. Both teams to score. I think Arsenal, Bournemouth will be goals. Leicester, Chelsea, Burnley, Palace, and Swansea, Newcastle. The Liverpool game was like 3.5, 4-10. Both teams to score. Liverpool.
It's not worth it.
So it wasn't worth it. So I went for 7, 8 to 10 and upwards, Paul. That's why I went for those.
Spanish trebles, like an omelette.
Yep, I've gone Malaga to beat Las Palmas, who have been terrible this year.
Yeah, they're struggling.
Celta Vigo have lost both games. I don't know how, but I've gone them to win by more than one goal against Alaves. That's a guy, Pellegrino, has gone to Southampton. Did a great job there last year, but watching them this year, they've been terrible. And I think there'll be goals in the Barcelona-Espanyol derby, 11-1, 2,200 to 200.
6 or nix?
6 or nix. So, I've gone West Ham to beat Huddersfield. I've gone Preston to beat Barnsley. I've gone Juventus to beat the Flying Donkeys of Chievo Verona. Yeah. Celta Vigo to beat Alaves. And the last two were obviously French games. Lyon have started off well. They're playing Guingamp at home. They should win. And I watched St Etienne. They're playing Angers. They played PSG. It was on the French channel. I watched the second half. I was impressed with St Etienne. It's Pogba's brother team. I think they'll be too good. They were 11-10. I thought that was a good bet.
Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. Those are the bets for this weekend, and keep an eye on them. Great to get back to our British football and the MTN 8 semi-finals. Budge, when we talk again next week, how many do you predict will be
Well,
left?
I think most of them will be on Arsenal this week, just having a look at what they've picked. So if Arsenal goes goodbye, I think we can be into ones and twos.
Into single numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be strange for all of them to go through.
Yeah, of course, Paul. That'd be nice too.
They're losing all the big clubs.
Well, all the songs that started in the office with Steve Laveau and Guillaume Nel, every time I walk near, the songs are coming. Well, I'm still standing, and so just hope it's another one bites the dust.
So the odds now have shortened to Greg Petzer winning.
Well, Greg Petzer, just because of the teams he's picked.
Yeah, Greg Petzer's gone favourite.
And then obviously Larry's off because he's
Larry and North.
In the North.
Yeah. All right, so it looks very interesting, and don't forget, it's great football coming up this weekend, and make sure you're on side.